Like I was telling Mom, do you see the shenanigans I have to put up with whenever I do this?
No shenanigans. We have a dog named Shenanigans.
I have a friend named Shenanigans. Alright, now listen to me. That's the end of that.
Alright. He looks too angular.
Compared to the original?
Yes.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Something for Every Nerd. I'm Noah, and today on the channel we have another one of our special videos. If you remember back in May, I did a Mother's Day video with my mom. Today is Father's Day, so I'm doing a Father's Day video with my dad.
Hello.
Hello. Mr. Noah's dad, Mr. Every Nerd, however you want to call him, this is my dad. So, just like with my mom, we were playing her favorite game, Crash Bandicoot. With my dad, we're going to be playing his favorite game, Spyro the Dragon. The remaster. So, I'm going to go ahead and get us started in Spyro the Dragon in the World of Dragon.
Loading.
Yeah, loading. So, when we were playing Crash Wrath of Cortex, my minor dyslexia saw the loading screen and I thought it said loading, and that's been our thing ever since.
Okay, rolling.
It's been peaceful here in the Five Worlds, or is it 6? For a dragon's age, we now have 12,000 treasure.
Or is it 14,000?
What about this Ganasty Ganok character? Now, I
Ganor?
understand he's found
Ganor?
a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty Nork is a simple creature.
Simple?
He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom.
No.
No threat?
Besides, he is ugly.
Ugly? That does it!
Huh? Looks like I've got some things to do.
I miss that little white dot when you turn TVs off.
Well, they're not cathode ray tubes anymore.
I know, but that was still fun just watching them.
Also, you know you don't have to whisper.
I'm not whispering.
Project.
Sorry.
Use your theatrical voice. You took speech. Alright, so, hang on. Let me get back up there, because I forgot.
You forget.
That you're piloting this.
I'm piloting this.
Yeah,
Gotta figure out what these controls do.
it's the same
It's
controls.
been a dragon's age since I played
It's
this.
been a dragon's age since he last played this game, or was it 6?
Okay, so that's jump. That's flame. They stylized up the dragons a lot, didn't they?
Yeah. Basically, what they
Thank you
wanted
for
to do
releasing
was,
me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons
based
in
on the
artisan
different
world,
worlds,
then
they
find
wanted to
the
give the
balloonist.
dragons
He'll
different
transport you to the next
well,
world.
not artistic, but different professions
about
based on their
nasty
world.
Nork?
So with this
I'm
one,
going
with the
after
artisans,
him.
they're all different types of artisans.
Find
So he's like a
dragons
sculptor,
first. That's all
the one
I
in
can tell
Toasty's
you.
a painter.
So, that's charge.
Yep,
That's look. That's flame.
yep. Get him. Charge.
That's look. I
You-
gotta
you-
get my buttons down right.
Yeah. It's been a dragon's age. Okay, so. If you couldn't tell, we're both sick. But we decided we were gonna do this anyways, come hell or high blood pressure, right?
Right.
Right. So anyways, I've got talking points,
Okay.
much like the ones from the Mother's Day video. So, unfortunately, this isn't an interesting time falling, because your birthday's in February and Father's Day's in June, so you don't get double gifts like Mom gets double gifts.
I don't get up.
No.
I have to wait for mine.
Yeah. Also, you still have to wait for yours because your gift is still forthcoming. I apologize.
That's okay.
Anyways, so how long have you known me?
All your life. Come on.
Oh yeah, you gotta keep torching the one with the gem pouch.
Oh, well, that would have been nice to know.
Yeah, because he's got a lot of gems. Well, not a lot of gems, because they're all one pieces. Here you go. And you can still torch the trees. Guys, look at my dad. He's trying to be a completionist when we don't really have the kind of time to be a
Okay,
completionist.
you just want me to run around and claim stuff?
No, I want you to go to Stone Hill.
Well, where's Stonehill?
You passed the portal like 20 million times.
This one?
No, left, back. Turn, U-turn. How did Spyro never get a concussion in any of these games? Hard left.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I keep running them into stuff.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was part of the game. Part of
Yeah.
the fun of the game. You get up to high speed and smash into stuff.
Yeah. Especially sheep.
Yeah.
Well, torching sheep was the most fun part. Me.
Lamb chops.
Lamb chops.
So yeah, I've known you a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know if your viewers know how old you are.
Eh.
You're old enough to know better, let's just say.
Old enough to know better. Any regrets?
Of what?
Any of it?
None.
None?
None.
Not even right now?
No. I haven't played this in a long time. It's my favorite game.
Yeah. But you hated speech and debate because you hate speaking in front of people. Granted, this is a different experience because there's no people that we're talking to right now. It's just you and me talking back and forth. It's
Well,
just
yeah,
putting
but,
this out
you
there
know,
later.
When I was young and stupid, I didn't know what I was talking about, so that's what made me nervous to get up and talk. Now I don't get up in front of people and talk unless I know what I'm talking about, and that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So
And you're
for any-
definitely not afraid of confrontation.
No, I'm not if I know where I stand on an issue.
Oh, yeah. It's getting you in trouble at work, but we're not going to go there. So, yeah. No, it's interesting, because I never really thought about it in this perspective before.
When you free
But,
a dragon or step on one of their platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble.
I like that they all give
Not
you,
that
like,
you
very
ever run into
basic
trouble,
tutorial
Spyro.
bits, even until the very end of the game. It's like, good if you've never played the game before, but, like,
It was very helpful when we first played.
oh yeah, it's very helpful. Gavin.
But, you could do that.
You-
could,
you can skip
the
them.
tutorial.
Now, do you remember what you do with those ones?
Not a bit.
You gotta find the key.
Oh, I gotta find a key.
Do you remember where the key is?
Not a bit.
Well, we'll see if you find it when we get there.
What's in here?
But yeah, no, I totally forgot. Well, not forgot, but never thought about it in this light.
Well,
Like, I like to blame my aunt for my love of theatricality and things like that, but you and Mom also had theatrical presence as well. Not so much on the stage, but backstage. You guys would do, like, lights and sound, things like that. And one of the things that you did lights and sound for is very interesting. I don't know if we want to talk about it or not,
I don't see why not.
because, I mean,
I mean,
just...
it doesn't fall into something for every nerd's categories.
Oh no, it definitely doesn't fall into something for every nerd categories, but when does anything really? Like, something for every nerd's just a title. We joke that the backup title for something for every nerd was sidebars and dick jokes. Because that's all we do.
Alright. Yeah, there's something up here other than the dragon.
Other than a dragon?
Other than the dragon.
Well, if you glide across...
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. What to
Spyro, my friend. How about it?
Was it there?
Well, you want to go for the...
There.
Well, it's over there, but you got to remember, you want to glide for the shortest distance. And remember, this one doesn't have press triangle for the little extra flap. You just
Doesn't?
plummet.
I gotta take another look at that.
What, sheep?
Yeah.
Well, do you see our little friend?
Hold on. Employment sheet. That's the best part. That's it. Look at that face.
With Mom and Crash and Shoes and Eyeballs, with us it's Flaming Sheep.
Flaming sheet.
Flaming Sheep. Guys, did you see our little friend?
Nope. I can't go that way. Gotta go this way. Where's our little friend?
Oh, don't worry, I'll run around it to him. You went the reverse way, so you might actually sneak up on him. But... Hard right. Hard right. Okay, go back to the left.
Well,
We can do that part later. Hang on. Go back and get the little nuisance.
he's around here somewhere.
Yeah, you just gotta go back. Helpful hint, stay away from the pillars, because those are the invisible force field of we didn't build the game far out. There you go. Bravo.
Thank you.
I didn't think you'd catch him right there.
Whoa.
Ah!
Whoa.
Whoa, ah. Yeah,
End of the
remember.
first life.
Yeah, remember, Spyro 1, all water is evil.
Yeah.
Spyro 2 and 3, you can swim in most water. But only after you pay money bags like 1,000 gems.
Right.
I can teach you how to swim, but only if you pay me 1,000 gems. We've sidebarred so hard I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, yeah.
We started off with how long did I know you?
Well, yeah, but then we were talking about the theatricality stuff. So, you guys... Okay, for those that aren't familiar with Ohio, in Cuyahoga Falls, there's this gigantic tower that serves literally no purpose. No earthly purpose.
Well, since you're making dick jokes, was a tower originally to be a television broadcasting tower for Rex Humbard.
And for those of you that don't know who Rex Humbard is, Rex Humbard was a televangelist who was in the 60s and 70s, who was the predecessor to Ernest Angley, who most people know.
Right.
Who now owns all of that territory.
But the tower is affectionately known as
Rex's Erection!
Yay!
Alright, now go behind the castle there.
Oh, well,
Well, you can drop down. You're
is it
supposed
this
to...
side?
Yeah. Jump.
No,
Jump!
that's the main area.
No, yeah, jump.
But there's a hidden area back here.
Yeah, you go through the castle to get there.
No.
Turn around. Turn around. Every now and then you just miss something big, like a doorway in a castle.
There's the doorway in the castle.
There's a big doorway in the castle. Yeah, I hate the redesign of the purple chests, because they're 10 times creepier now.
It did look a touch creepy.
Yeah, anyways, go back to the, where the exit for the game is. Alright, don't return home. jump off the ledge.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yep.
There's the hidden area.
Nope. It's going to take you back up there. Here's the hidden area. And there's the key.
Come on. So anyway, at this Cathedral of Tomorrow, they used to have passion plays at Easter. And they were really big events. Very well staged. Good production values. And since the building was meant to be a television studio, it had fairly decent lighting and sound equipment. And we used to run those.
So, if I hadn't had the desire to be an actor, director, I probably would have ended up a techie.
Yep.
Yep. Don't forget to jump in the well. Jump. So anyways, yeah, so I was double whammied with theatrical presence.
Yeah, you were destined for the arts,
For the art.
which is odd considering your mom is more mechanically inclined and I'm more technically inclined.
Yeah. I still love that. I still love that Papa was like, "You sure it doesn't want to go into engineering?"
I should have.
No, to me.
Oh, to you?
Yeah, to me.
No. That's right. To me, it's not too late to
Join the Foreign Legion.
Is there anything else here I need to get?
I mean, there's other gems, but
I think I've gotten all the dragons.
yeah. You know what I love about the remasters?
What?
Hit all the knuckle buttons.
All the knuckle buttons?
Yeah.
Oh, you can do it side roll.
No, wait. Just hang on. Let me say this for a second.
Which ones? You couldn't do a side roll in the first game.
Okay, they changed it. It used to be all the knuckle buttons, but if you click the left stick, Sparks tells you where gems are.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Ow.
He points like a dog,
Oh.
and you follow him. So he's saying that there's some up there, but we don't have to worry about those. So, because I want to get you into at least one of the two other Spyros.
No, we can switch over whenever you'd like.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what we're gonna do now.
So,
That's my line.
So,
From... I like this one because it's another filler question, but we don't have to do that one right now. So pre my history, you and Mom
yeah.
are gamers. You play games. You like playing games.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me go to the dragon spot. So you guys play games. You like playing games. So before I was around, what games did you play?
Hi, Spyro.
And why did you like them?
Oh, good lord. You're going way back.
Oh yeah.
I first fell in love with gaming with Pong. I mean, the original Pong, which was a little box with a couple of rollers on it. You had a vertical roller and a horizontal roller, and that's all you had. And a friend of mine, Tom Mitchell, he had it. And I saw that, and it's like, oh wow, this is cool. You can play a game on your TV.
I've forgotten what the sun
This
looks
was
like.
incredible.
We should go on
I
vacation.
mean, we're talking like
Somewhere warm.
mid
somewhere
70s
sunny.
here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Dragon Shores,
it's like
yeah.
I
haven't
wanted
been
one
there
of
since we
those.
kicked Nasty Nork's butt.
But by the late 70s,
How
we
about it,
had
Sparks? You
all
up for a
sorts
vacation
of
at the
arcade
beach?
video games. So
Last one there's a Nork.
where they had arcade games were everywhere. Where you have vending machines now, you used to have arcade games in the late 70s and early 80s. So, I mean, you go to the laundromat, there was an arcade game. You go to the grocery store, there's an arcade game. You know, you go to even CBS's predecessor, Revco, used to have an arcade game in their entryway.
Oh God, Revco, that's a bygone relic.
Yeah, so I used to, you know, ask my dad for my allowance in quarters all the time.
Oh yeah.
So wherever we went, if there was an arcade game, I'd play around
That's
it
exactly
too.
the point. A dragon is our
So
only
I mean,
chance
we
of stopping
had
Ripto, and you know it.
Space Invaders, which was my favorite. Then Centipede, Frogger, Galaxia, Galaga.
That man's playing Galaga.
Huh?
That man's playing Galaga.
Yeah.
Which way's the
There were all kinds. And then, of course, in the movie theaters, you had the big arcade games.
You're a dragon?
You know, the kind that you'd sit down and have almost a virtual reality experience type thing.
Yeah, Mom was telling me she used to play Dragon's Quest. Did you ever play that
Oh
one?
yeah, I played Dragon's Quest.
Trying to keep something from
In fact, when I went to technical school, they had Dragon's Quest in the break room.
A dragon?
So
You brought a dragon to Avalon?
I was gonna say.
between classes, I'd go and play that there. If it wasn't that, it was pinball or.
I was gonna say I can't imagine you as a kid playing Dragon's Quest without Grandma and Grandpa beating your rear.
Oh, well, they were off doing whatever.
Because that
I'd
was
say, "Can I go play a game?" They'd say, "Yeah." I'd never tell them what games I was playing.
because like I was telling Mom, that was the first game with titty physics,
Yeah.
and Smendrick the titty smithy.
Oh, and of course, Asteroids. That was always one of my favorites too.
Oh yeah, Asteroid's pretty good.
Just a little triangle that would shoot a dot at all these other triangles that were coming at you.
Right now, I have to follow Ripto and
Triangles.
see what he's up to. I'll meet you in Summer Forest,
The most
okay?
feared things
But
in the
actually,
universe.
the physics on that was one of the first games to actually have in-game physics.
Yeah.
You know, where you had inertia and motion, and it took a while to master that.
Alright, take over. This is Spyro 2.
Hi, Spyro!
Hi Spyro, welcome to Glimmer! Unfortunately for us, a mob of lizards showed up and started stealing all of our gems. Can you stop them? They changed the voice for Pongo in all of them, so it's similar, but it's not the same. Remember, some of the big baddies can't be rammed, you have to flame them.
I just remembered that.
Yeah. Get smashed. So, yeah, because I was going to say the arcade cabinets wouldn't have come until later after Pong was, created as the home entertainment game.
Oh yeah, because between times there were several versions of Sega and several other in-home game consoles, which of course I didn't get, but
Okay.
I would watch the ads for them and keep my eye out. And then in the early 80s, the home computer came out. And like that was a real big thing. And of course, then they came out with all sorts of games. One of the coolest, I think, home computers that they made was from Coleco, and it was the Atom computer. And it played cartridges, or it used cassette tapes to store the games. How do I get out of here?
There's the stairs right there. Coleco. Like, I never had one, but just that phrase makes me nostalgic.
No, by the time you were born, they had much better games out.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey, you're gonna want to go back and get a couple more gems because of money bags. But yeah. So then comes the time that Mom told me you bought her the Game Boy. So, what was it about the Game Boy that you were like, oh, we gotta get this? Was it just because of the
because
original?
it was small and portable.
Yeah, the original handheld console.
Yeah, I mean it's like, you know, I don't know if you remember or ever saw those little handheld game things like football or
Oh yeah, the little
basketball.
LCD games. Yeah.
Yeah, the little LCD games. The Game Boy was like that, but with much more detailed games.
Well, I was gonna say that it was the original, but then I forget Nintendo had the other original classic, the Game & Watch.
The what?
The Game & Watch.
I don't. Oh God, yes. Took me a minute to remember that thing.
Mr. Game & Watch.
Yeah, that was pretty much a waste of money.
That was a waste of money?
Yeah, it was fun for what it was, but for what they wanted for it, which I have no idea what it was now.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was like, for what you could play on it, it wasn't worth the money.
Yeah.
Game Boy was much more versatile because you had the cartridges that you could change.
Oh yeah. You're gonna need to glide from the up in there. Because Janky is a huge fan of Nintendo, so we're always talking about it, and we've come to the decision that Nintendo is accidentally ahead of its time, and it'll make a kind of bad product, if only to improve for the future, i.e. the Wii U, which would be the really bad product, which would be the predecessor for the Nintendo Switch, having the tablet aside from the console, and the Game & Watch, which would be perfected by the Game Boy, and then eventually they would go back to the Game & Watch design for the Nintendo DS, the double screen. Yeah, and then sometime after the Game Boy, when I was around, you brought home the PlayStation 1. So again, what was it about the PlayStation 1 that you were like?
Well, it was PlayStation 1 or was it the Xbox? Yeah,
No, the Xbox wasn't out yet by that time.
There was something else.
Around that time, it would have either been, because we also had the Super Nintendo, which had the greatest game ever, Cool Spot. You don't learn climbing until
You don't learn climbing.
the second world.
Ah, you must be the dragon.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Dragon.
Steal all my
Spyro,
gems, will
was
you?
it?
Oh, don't worry, we get to flame his ass later. Or no, he gives us all the money back. In the end of the third game, we get to beat his ass for all of our money back.
Press the action.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, back in that time, it would have been.
But they had a whole slew of good games.
Yeah.
With at that time astronomical graphics for the PlayStation 1 compared to the Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, we want this. I don't know, what was the first game that we got with that? Do you remember?
Not really. I think you just bought like a bunch of demo discs because you weren't sure what games would be good on it. And then from there, we found like Crash and Spyro and Gex. And I think you also took note from Aunt Angela as to what the good games were, because I think we didn't find out about Gex until Aunt Angela came across it.
Yeah, I think she turned it on to that.
Yeah. Because there was Gex 1 and then Gex 2. Gex 2 was the better of the two. And then Gex 3, which was just an astronomical failure. Remember, Dad, inverted flight controls.
Yeah. Alright. Gotta keep going up.
Down to up to down.
There we go. Oh, shit.
And remember, with this, you're lighting lampposts.
Great! The Superfly power-up is active, and you can
Alright, come on. I can do it.
You gotta get them on nearly one pass, otherwise you run out of your supercharge ability, or your superfly ability. Superfly! Yep, cut the corner. There you go.
Yay!
Yay!
Thanks
So,
for
yeah, there
helping
were a
me
lot
light
of,
the lamp,
lot
Spyro.
of generations
A
of
fairy gave me
games.
this orb, but I
But,
like gems
you know,
better.
I always
You
thought
take
that
it
the better
instead.
games were on the PlayStation as opposed to the Xbox. Unless you go into the multi-gamer, massive what is it, MMO?
MMOs, yeah.
Because then everybody says, oh no, Xbox is better.
Well, yeah, because Xbox... Well, it wasn't until Xbox 360 that they implemented the online gaming on the consoles. At least I don't think, because PlayStation didn't get it until the 3 loosely, and then, well, no, 3 had it like pretty hard by then, because PlayStation 2 just did not have that. You're gonna want the Superfly to get up there. Superfly. But yeah, so PlayStation. Yeah. Good stuff.
I still think it's the best one. And then I just heard the other day that PlayStation 5 is being developed.
Yeah, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Project Scarlet, whatever that is. Okay, so side note, with Xbox's dumb naming, it's Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and then the next step in the Xbox One, which was the Xbox One X, which the initials spell out Xbox.
You gotta give them credit for consistency.
Yeah. Even though the Xbox One X wasn't totally a separate console, it was just like, it had more memory and was like 4K compatible, but it was still the same thing as the Xbox One. Like the PlayStation 4 and then the PlayStation 4 Pro.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of us are expecting that the next Xbox should be called the Xbox One X 720 or 720.
Xbox One 720?
Yeah, because that would be 2 360s.
Oh yeah, okay.
Anyways, yeah, PlayStation for life. And yeah, I still apologize for bringing shame into the household for having an Xbox controller, but it's the only way to play, like, well, not the only way, but the better way to play PC games with a controller as opposed to the PlayStation 4 controller, because you need, like, third-party app to do it. But it's okay because I switched out the old one for the Kingdom Hearts one.
Oh!
So that still grounds us to PlayStation. Yeah.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts isn't on Xbox, is it?
No, Kingdom Hearts 3 is on Xbox.
Is it?
Yeah. Yep. They still don't have the complete the Story So Far collection. Which reminds me, I gotta text a friend and be like, "Yo, can I get that back?" I lent out my copy of the Story So Far collection, which is just these two boxes in one box. Moneybags got hurt.
Oh no. Oh,
See,
hello.
Spyro is a
We didn't
peaceful
get a chance
game.
to introduce
Yeah.
ourselves before.
You can
A
have fun.
peaceful.
My name is Alora.
You can have
We say
fun.
after flaming sheep.
Of course.
What are you, some kind of goat?
I'm a fawn.
You can have
dork.
fun. You can
Oh,
flame
sorry.
things. You can
Did
kill
you know the
things. You
gem
can steal
cutters in
things. You
Glimmer?
can get rich.
Yeah.
You got
They gave me a
puzzles to
souvenir,
solve.
too. They
And the
called it
music
a
is just
talisman.
very and
a
graphics are just
talisman?
very calming.
What, is it
I just want to
special?
go over
I
the
just
fact that
stuck
you
it in
said
the
it's a
guidebook you
peaceful
gave me.
game, and you said you can
There are
steal things
14
and kill
talismans in
things.
Apple,
Yes.
and they are all
Do you remember the time I had you play like
Finding
5
corrupting
minutes of
enough of them,
GTA
they
5
can
and
be used
somehow
to
you
defeat
ended up
Ripto?
stealing a blimp and crashing it into a side of the building?
Where have you been?
I have no idea how I ended up in that blimp.
Spyro's gonna help us.
But it's like,
collect the
oh, I'm in a blimp now. How did that happen?
Spyro, look. There's
Yeah.
no way you can get to Dragon Shores right now.
I still don't get
Monsters have
GTA.
taken over
It's
the
kind
castle
of
here in
like,
the Summer Forest.
you know,
You're going to have to go to Avalon's
steal
Woods
stuff,
and
crash
convince
things,
the inhabitants to give you
earn
their
money,
talisman.
Pay the
steal
hookers
money,
promptly on time
pay the hookers promptly on time,
without killing them.
save your money, and then buy more badass cars.
Yeah.
You can't even keep
And
track of
guns.
your running
And
shoes.
guns.
How can we trust you with 14
Yeah, that's basically the
talismans?
point of it. Although,
I mean, the best
you
thing I
couldn't
saw
have
was
any
that video you
boards.
showed
They're
me
important too.
where they were
But I'll
a bunch
tell
of
you
people
about
were
them
doing
later.
a heist that went tragically wrong.
yeah, the achievement hunter heist.
the old Hotfoot and be in Dragon Shores by
It's
Those
like,
are so
oh
funny.
yeah, they have a great plan and it all goes to hell.
Yeah. But yeah.
Spyro, this is the whole.
So you kind of answered it a little bit, but why Spyro? What was it about Spyro other than the peaceful nature, as you put it, that made you just be like, yes, this is my game?
You can lose yourself in this for hours and hours and never get bored. Because the worlds are so... They're not
the
like...
dragonfly following you around is
They're
your health
limited
indicator,
in where you
Spyro.
can go,
The
but
brighter he is,
even
the more
so,
hit points
you may
you
not be
have.
able to go there, but the world goes on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
The graphics show it disappearing into the horizon.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like just this wall and then blank and...
It's not Kingdom Hearts 1's Alice in Wonderland world, which is literally a box.
Yes.
I love
And-
that the Queen's courtroom is literally a box. It's the dumbest thing and my favorite thing in that whole game.
Alright, which is died.
You don't have that power yet. You gotta
No, we
talk to
don't.
Moneybags.
So all
Which
we
I
do
think
is-
you need, yeah. Which
So
I
I
think you
got-
need 500 gems, maybe. But
A lot.
swim over and talk to him.
Oops,
Oh,
I didn't want to do that.
it's okay.
We'll go here first.
We got time. I don't think we're gonna do the third one. That's fine.
That's fine. Well, if you want to quit and do the third one, we can do that.
It's okay. Spyro. No, that's not how you do it. But that's okay. Because honestly, out of all of them, Ripto's Rage is kind of my favorite.
Is that what this is?
Yeah, this is the second one. That's what this is.
It's been so long, I don't remember what they're called.
You chose the right level. Although they changed the chant.
They changed the chant?
They changed the chant.
Oh.
It just sounds like a chant. So we got to do it properly. Join me.
I don't remember how it went.
I just did it.
Do it again.
Because I thought that it sounded like why I oughta.
Has been rampaging around our home. But
And they gave them a chill voice now, as opposed to like the... Oh, I can't think of the actor that I used to think that they sounded like, but the... Spyro! A Yeti has been rampaging around our home! But... no. And then this one also has the hockey side game, remember that?
Yeah, it took us forever to learn that.
Oh, there's your first life of this one.
Don't go into the mist.
Don't. Yeah. Did Stephen King tell you not teach you nothing? Did you hear about Dr. Sleep?
No.
Okay, well, first of all, did you ever hear about the book Dr. Sleep?
No.
Okay, so he wrote a book called Dr. Sleep, which is literally the sequel to The Shining.
Oh, yeah?
And they're finally going to make a movie out of it. And, Ewan McGregor is going to be the main character.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what the story of Dr. Sleep is, so I'm thinking he's the boy from the first one, grown up, and like going back to the hotel and figuring things out.
Could be.
But I mean, I work at a library and I don't know about a book. Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Yeah. Blame the yak. Oh,
Yeah.
that's another game that needs a full ground up remaster. Jack and Daxter
Jack and Daxter, yeah.
for the Yakkows.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I miss? Underpants. Soft underpants. You know, cold lips and cradles.
Who needs a key when you know how to check?
To this day, I still don't know why you guys were so chill with Jack and Daxter 2 and 3. because they were like definitely teen games and they weren't
Enemies like those
afraid to throw around some swear words?
It had to do with the environment. We were going to school with a bunch of people that were watching rated R videos all the time. So it's kind of like, you know what? You're gonna be exposed to it anyway. You might as well have fun at home.
Yeah. Not to mention,
Each
that was
time
a
you
Catholic
defeat an
school.
enemy, it will release
All
a spirit
Catholic
card.
schools
Yeah.
are like that. Always have been.
Yeah. Catholic schools, yay! So, critical question time. How do you feel about the remaster as opposed to the original?
The controls are smoother,
Mm-hmm.
but
Because I don't remember if I told you.
we haven't gotten to the points where you have to be like really at the right point to make a jump, or
Oh, don't worry, you're getting there. Like, especially this part.
yeah.
And remember, this one does have the hover where you hit the
Look what I
triangle
can
and.
do.
But you know, the thing, the old games, it's like if you had to jump, you could get like 1 foot in the air off of
Yeah.
where you can't do it here.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was what.
And that would get you that little extra oomph to make a jump to the other side of somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was the big criticism everybody had about Crash Bandicoot, was everyone was like, it's so much harder now, because, you know, they cleaned up those edges, so you didn't have that little extra, like...
Because the fractal, even though it may not be colored in,
Yeah.
the fractal might actually extend out past where the colored edge is.
Yeah.
And so see how his one toe looks like it's almost over the edge?
Mm-hmm.
You could almost get his front feet completely off the edge
Yeah.
and get that little extra inch, so to speak, to get to
Where you needed
where
to
you
go.
needed to go.
Yeah. So now you just have to rely on skill.
Yeah,
Shocking. Forgot to do the hover.
which is a hover.
Triangle. There you go. Yeah, so that's what everybody had issue with the Crash Bandicoot remaster.
But see, that's what I used to like about it, because, you know, with it, well, I guess everybody else did too, is because you felt like you were cheating the game a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Like you outsmarted the game masters.
Yeah. But really, you weren't necessarily outsmarting the game masters, you were outsmarting the technology.
Right.
But yeah, no. I don't remember if I told you about this, but when they were working on the Spyro remaster, and this is why they didn't initially dive into it when the Crash remaster came out, was because you need to kill 11 things total. Here, hit triangle for me.
Triangle. Here.
Hang on. What button is it? Okay, so you have 7 things that you've killed. You need to get 11 in order to get the spring thing to go to the next place. So here, let me clean house for you. But yeah, I don't think I told you. That they lost the files. They didn't have the original Crash or the original Spyro files anymore.
No.
Yeah.
They lost the files?
Yeah, the
So
the
what
files
they have
were
to do,
gone.
play a game and redraw it from scratch?
Yeah,
You're kidding.
I'm not. They literally had to study the game for hours on end, days in at a time, days going into months, just how Spyro moved in the first game in order to recreate it. Like, they built an entire physics engine based on the calculations that they made of the original game. Like, this is the arc of Spyro's jump. This is the speed at which he charges and then stops and slows down. This is the extent of his fire, you know, things of that nature.
Well, they did a pretty darn good job, I think.
Because it feels
from having to
flawless.
It feels like mostly like the old game.
Yeah.
like I said, aside from some
Clean edges.
clean edges and extra details, and more stylization of the dragons and characters,
And changing voices.
and of course changing voices. There's very little difference between this and the first one, as far as gameplay goes.
Yeah.
And you could easily go from this to the old one and back,
Yeah.
and not have much of a problem.
Yeah. And I like that you can still use a D-pad. I just realized that. Hang on. Come on. Show me your stats. 10. Okay, I need to kill one more thing.
Even though I'm a vegetarian, I think you should torch
And
that
there's your
Yeti.
11.
He's pretty tough, though. In fact, I'm not sure you're up to it.
I don't think he counts.
Roast Yeti.
Well, remember, we don't actually do it, because he just, like, wrecks himself. Oh, it does count.
I thought the Yeti was tougher than that. I guess he was all bark.
No, I'm saying he was a vegetarian, but he wanted us to
Anyway,
Flame the Yeti,
I
yeah.
was just guarding
So I
our
said
sacred
roast Yeti.
talisman to make
Yeah.
sure the Yeti didn't
Roast
eat
Yeti, never forgetty. With a side of spaghetti. I like how the arches get built.
Yeah, in the old game, the arch was just there, wasn't it?
It just emerged
And then
from
just-
the ground.
Oh, that's right. It kind of grew up.
Yeah.
From the ground. There you go.
But, no, yeah, they had to, like I said, totally spend hours just doing hard math, trying to recreate everything, like, nearly pixel by pixel. But the important thing was they did get Tom Kenny back to voice Spyro and the Professor. SpongeBob was Spyro.
Ah, Spyro.
I never knew that SpongeBob
We have
was
found
Spyro.
that hockey is a peaceful and calming sport. Would you like... You have 2 minutes to score 5 goals.
Well, I
and
ran out of the original question, so we can just sidebar now. Remember, you gotta eat the hockey puck and then shoot it with your flame.
Find the hockey puck. There's the hockey puck.
Yep. And you can still kind of cheat this guy by, like, coming in at a side, but you gotta, like, really get him to go over to one side, like that.
Actually, I think this is easier than the original.
I still struggled with it when I was doing one.
I don't think they got the skating right down. As smooth as yours. Can you let me out to get the puck, please?
No.
Where'd the puck go?
It's back towards your corner, or in the middle there.
Oh, don't get too close.
Yeah, no.
You got it. You got it. You know, I ought to get credit if I swallowed the puck and get knocked in there.
And get in the goal. But, I'm trying to think of other things that we can talk about.
Oh, you know, fine. You don't know what to talk about with your dad. I'm teasing.
Oh, don't worry, I'll have my revenge when you're at home. Shady Pines, Dad.
Shady Pines. You wouldn't dare.
Try me. Oh, gosh.
How many goals do I have to get?
I think 7? It can't be 7, because you don't got that kind of time.
Well, it took me a while to find the puck to begin with.
Yeah, but I mean, even still.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. 5, 3, 2, 1.
You must focus your thoughts to succeed, Spyro.
It'll remind you.
You have 2 minutes to score 5
goals.
in the...
5 goals.
Yeah. Okay. I think the next one is 7, and then they give you like a goalie for your side, and then a competitor for his side. Oh, I was talking about it with Mom. Do you remember the good old days of playing Wizard 101?
Oh, yeah.
But before we did Wizard 101, what was the first MMO we played together?
What was the first MMO we played together?
Think about it.
It was, Pirates of the Caribbean?
Pirates of the Caribbean Online.
That's right.
Yeah.
That
a great
awesome.
game until you finished it.
That's right.
It only ever had Chapter 1.
It kept saying you had Chapter 2 coming out, and they never did.
Never did. They just kept changing the
shut it
map
down.
and giving you new abilities like Voodoo and changing the mechanics.
They should have just kept the first story the same, kept the islands the same, and come out with Story 2.
Yeah.
They'd spent their time doing that, they would have still been in business.
Yeah, and especially because, do you remember when we first signed up for it and they gave us that special pirate package?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for being a subscriber. This was back in the day, being a subscriber to a game actually meant something, and you got, like, good stuff.
Right.
Because they mailed us, like, this little packet that was like, thank you for joining Pirates of the Caribbean Online, and it came with, like, a nice map of Tortuga. Not of the worlds necessarily, just Tortuga.
Have this.
And they also gave you that little pirate flag, which I still have in my junk drawer right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So they made the little fun map totally null when they changed the Tortuga map from the ground up. Okay. Important note. You can torch that guy and stun him in order so he's not getting the puck and putting it in your goal. That was something I didn't know in the first game, and I was like, was this in the first game? And I played it, and I was like, yeah. Wait, you should have shared it with me.
I think I did share it with you. We played it together often enough.
Yeah.
Come on, quit clobbering me.
My favorite thing about most video games when I was a kid was, like, to my knowledge, you only ever really got to play it when I would be like, I can't beat this boss, or I can't beat this level, you do it. And then I realized that the reason I had a 7 o'clock bedtime was so that you and Mom could get at the game console.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, you jerks.
No idea what you're talking about.
My PlayStation. Well, technically it was your PlayStation. We call it a PlayStation. I think this one's 5 goals. I don't think it's 7. Like I originally thought. I think it's just still 5. Torch's butt. But yeah, so Pirates of the Caribbean Online, that was a really fun game, and I really wish they would have made the second story bit to that. And from there we came across Wizards 101, and we had you, me, and Mom playing it. Well, first it was me, then it was you and me, and then we realized, yeah. Well, then we realized you put it in your own goal.
Did I? Oh shoot! No wonder he threw his stick down.
Well, I mean, they throw their stick down no matter what, but you put it in your own goal.
This is why I don't do sports.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, that was rude. That was clear. That was good to go. Can you torch the goalie?
I don't know. No. We'll just smash your face.
Yeah. But, yeah, so we quickly realized that we needed a healer, but we didn't want to get anyone...
Just any old healer.
Yeah, so it's like, hey, Mom, you want to play this game with us? It's super fun. You need to be the healer, though.
She was an awesome healer.
Yeah, she was good at it.
She knew exactly when to...
She understood that game better than both of us.
Yes. Oh, come on, you two.
But now that I understand Magic the Gathering and how card-based games work, you know, maybe if we played it now, I don't know how that happened. He didn't win.
Oh,
it just glided in.
Come on. There's no speed. You can't speed up on that.
You couldn't speed up in the other one.
I know, but you ought to be able to.
Well, how are you gonna charge? You can't get
You
traction.
move your legs faster.
Yeah, you're not gonna get traction, Dad. Science. You would just stay in the same place.
And speed skaters can't speed skate.
Well, no, they can, but
same physics.
They get better momentum. If you're doing it from a stop position like that, you're not gonna go anywhere. You're just gonna be not going there.
You dig your blade into the ice and you get more momentum.
I don't know. I agree with the game designers as to why it doesn't work.
Did I just score my own goal again?
No, you scored on the right goal. They do the same animation no matter what. Remember, you're blue. Good guys are always blue, bad guys are always red. But he did score on you.
Thanks, I was right there.
But no, yeah, like... But we've had a very storied gaming history, and it's very nice.
It's a rich gaming history.
It's a rich gaming history. We might not have had every game or played every game. We might not have been...
You know the one game I really miss?
What?
Lucky Luke.
Oh my god, Lucky Luke.
Oh.
Do I still have that? We might need to hit up the exchange tomorrow.
I'm after the green guy? No, I'm after
No,
the
you're
orange
after
guy.
the... yeah.
Double whammy?
Double whammy. Big money, no whammy, no whammy. Stop. Get a whammy. Alright. Go wide. Go wide. Go wide. Come back. Go wide. Corner. Also, thank you for never forcing me to be in sports, by the way. I would not have, I would not have done
If you had
that.
wanted to, I would have taken you and let you do the whole thing, but you never really said you wanted to.
Never wanted to.
And I really hate sports.
It wasn't my shtick.
I can't tell you how much I detest basketball and football. Baseball, I can tolerate.
Yeah, I think if I was ever to actually
Hockey,
play
I
a
can
sport...
tolerate. Soccer, I can tolerate.
Oh, I can't tolerate hockey.
I like hockey when they get into fights.
That's why I don't like hockey. It's too barbaric. Like football, the worst injury is a concussion. Hockey, you can get cut with your blades, you can get teeth knocked out. I don't need to see that. Alright, go wide, go wide.
I keep getting into the safe spot.
But yeah,
Thank you, guy.
I think the only sport I would have actually ever done would have been baseball. That's the only one I was competent at whenever we did it in gym class. So close. Well, I mean, we did fencing. Well, not we. I did fencing. You paid for it. Thank you, by the way.
You're welcome.
It was fun.
They're catching up.
You're just 1 point behind. And you're on your game point, so... Right? There you go.
Yay!
Match point.
Have this. If
You stare at it long enough, you might not see anything.
Not see anything.
Alright, so we've been at this for about an hour. We did what we came to do. We toasted some sheep. We played the first Spyro, played the second Spyro. We don't need to hit the third Spyro, that's fine. We got through all the questions. So yeah, I think this is a good stopping point.
Okay.
Although I do think I need to get a second PlayStation 4 just for you guys.
I've been considering, to tell you the truth.
Well, if I buy my Kingdom Hearts 3 PlayStation, then...
How do you get out of here?
Follow the path that way. Past that ice field. Wrap around the mountain. Yeah, so if I get my PlayStation 3, or my Kingdom Hearts 3 PlayStation 4, then you guys can have the Darth Vader one. And play Crash and Spyro to you guys' heart's content.
I've been thinking about just taking your PlayStation 3 out into the living room. Gonna sitting there.
I mean, yeah, you could, because that still plays PlayStation 1 discs, so you can play the originals. Even though I bought those digitally, since our discs are real scratched up. And I bought all 3 Gexes. The third Gex is such a disappointment. And I have Kingdom Hearts, the Kingdom Hearts for PlayStation 3, except for the 2.8 collection, which was only 4, and of course Kingdom Hearts 3. But yeah, so we did what we wanted to do today. So thank you all for watching. If you liked it, let us know. Like and comment down below. Subscribe if you're not already. While you're at it, check out our other content. I swear, Kingdom Hearts videos will be coming back. I've just been a little bit lazy and preoccupied with other things.
I'm sure you would
And
chase
sick.
it away for good.
So they're coming back, I promise. So, Dad, any other final notes?
No.
Alright.
See y'all later.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
And we will see you nerds next time. Goodbye, everyone.